Okay, so there's two more things that I want to talk about in this video. One of them is how to actually grow your accounts on Instagram or on these different platforms. And then also I want to talk about how to optimize your affiliate content and make the most money as you can from this business. So first of all, let's talk about how to actually grow on these platforms. So we've used a number of different tactics for doing this. I'm going to kind of just spitball some of them here and share them with you off the top of my head. Okay. First of all, one strategy you can use is basically using like the Barstool Sports playbook. If you look at Barstool Sports, it's a really big media brand, especially very popular in the United States. And what's interesting about them is that they actually don't generate that much content. They actually have repurposed a lot of other people's content and posted it after getting permission from them. So this is how Barstool got really big. Was they would have, funny videos or interesting videos that people would take. They would ask them for permission from the original owner of that video if they could repost it onto the Barstool pages, and then they would get a lot of views from that. So they didn't even I want you to just shift your thoughts here, is that you might not even have to generate content yourself. You can just use other people's content, but big disclaimer here, make sure you get permission because you don't want to have any copyright infringements or issues with that by stealing people's content. But if you ask permission and they give you permission, then it could be an interesting strategy for putting out a lot of content without you having to make it all yourself. So that's one thing that I want you to think about. In terms of how much content you should be posting, I would aim for, at a minimum, one video per day on each platform. So on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube Shorts, having one video. You can use the same video on all three platforms coming out per day on those. So after over the course of a month, if you're doing one video per day on each platform, that's going to be about 90 videos that are going out in total amongst all these platforms. Now, using AI, you can see how you can scale this up and probably do 3 or 4 pieces of content per day per platform. And so you can get out hundreds of pieces of content per month pretty easily. It's only going to take you a few hours thanks to all of this automation that is set up. Now, I want to warn you, I really would suggest not paying for followers or paying for likes. There's bot services out there where you can buy 100,000 Instagram followers. That is just a surefire way to get shadow banned on these platforms. Just start with zero. Trust me, start with zero. Use some tags. These algorithms, they know what your content is about based on the voice and the pictures that are inside of it. And so they will naturally show it to people who would be interested in that. Remember, these platforms, they want you to succeed as well because you're going to be, keeping people on the platform if they like your content. And now a really important thing to understand here is that what you're going to do is you're going to use analytics inside of these platforms to look at your best performing pieces of content. After, let's say you do this for a month, I want you to go back, look at your top 10 videos, how they performed on each platform, and then try to figure out, study this specifically. Why do you think this video did better than the other ones? And there's usually reasons for that. Sometimes it can be things like, you put something really interesting in the beginning of the video, or you do things like speak faster in a video. There's a lot of different little intricacies of creating short form video content. And I want you to study that and then remake those types of content and keep iterating on those types of videos instead of trying to reinvent the wheel for making new content. Okay, this is something that's really important for content in general. If you're putting out stuff and you're not constantly analyzing your best pieces of content and understanding why they went viral, then it's going to be very difficult to succeed as someone who's putting out content on the platforms. Trust me, I've been doing this for over 10 years now, so I know what I'm talking about on this. All right, now I want to add one more thing here, and it's if you're trying to truly automate this business, once you get it up and running, or if you have the budget to do this, you can pay someone, you can hire a full-time or even part-time employee overseas in various different countries at a fraction of the cost of what it would be if you're paying someone in the United States. So we hire lots of people in various different countries for really good prices. I mean, we pay some people $1,000 a month or $800 a month, and they can go through and do these steps like I explained of creating the blog articles and creating the videos using AI to do that and then posting them so that I don't actually have to do anything. And this is what we do at this level now where we can afford this. So if this is something that you're willing to invest in, I'd use something like Paired. So you can go to paired.so/Nate. I'm friends with the people who run this service, this agency, but this hires people for you. So if you want to hire like a VA, like someone to help post this content or create this content in your business, I would suggest doing something like this. But this is like if you are ready for that, like you're ready to start hiring employees for this business, that's what you would use is Paired. Okay, so I'll leave a link to them down below in the description as well. Okay, let's talk about how to make more money as an affiliate marketer. As I said earlier, what you're doing in these videos, you're doing a call to action at the end of each one of these short videos, and you're telling them to go to your website or go to your affiliate link so they can learn more about the Roman Empire in this example. But for your brand, it could be about dogs, it could be about snowboarding, it could be about, different types of tea or coffee, whatever your affiliate brand is about. You're going to have a call to action at the end of most videos telling them to go to the link in the description to learn more or to purchase something, and that is going to be your affiliate link, or it's going to be your blog that you're sending them to so they can read more about it and then click on your affiliate links inside of your website. What you should do though is also utilize something like Instagram stories, but you don't want to oversell on Instagram stories because you want people to watch your stories. It's very actually important for getting links because on an Instagram reel, you can't directly link to your website on a reel. But in Instagram stories, you can post links, and a lot of those can be affiliate links. Now, what I want you to remember here is that you don't want to overdo it on promoting products on your stories. You want to be resourceful and helpful to your followers so that they don't feel like they're constantly being sold to. And the way to do this is to only promote products or links or your website for 1 out of every, say, 5 Instagram stories that you're posting. So if you post 5 stories in a day, you can link to something once a day. If you're posting 10 stories in a day, you can link to something probably 2 times out of those 10 times. That's my rule of thumb. I've seen people take different approaches and they'll link to something every single post. I just think that's overdoing it and people are going to get bored and feel like you're always trying to sell them something. So always focus on the value. Kind of taking one out of Gary Vaynerchuk's playbook, if you know who Gary V is that if you just focus so much on the value and teaching people something or helping them learn about, with this example, the Roman Empire, the money will follow from that. And this is actually what I did on my personal YouTube channel years ago is I started making personal finance videos. I never sold anything. I never sold courses. I just gave people so much free value that eventually the money followed with that through something like affiliate marketing. So focus on the value and the money will come afterwards. Focus on building that media brand from your website and from these short form video platforms. And then months down the road, you're going to start making a lot of money potentially. I don't want to overpromise on that because I know a lot of people who will attempt to do this and they'll get bored with it and they will fail because they just don't continue on with it. I can tell you this, if you're going to take anything out of this video, there's something called shiny object syndrome. And this is something that I dealt with for a long time when I was first starting my first businesses back in the day, is I would get excited about something like, for example, affiliate marketing. I would watch a video on it or I would read some articles about it and I would get excited. I would do it. I would build the website. And then 2 months later, maybe I'm making $1 a day from it and I give up on it. But I'm telling you right now, if you push through with this and you make it past 2, 3, 4 months of doing this, look, you might not succeed immediately, but if you keep iterating on that and you keep learning from that, it's very difficult to actually fail on a business like this. And once again, I can't promise you that you're going to make it, but I can tell you that if you obsess over it, over time, if you learn from your mistakes, you will get better and you will start to figure it out. There are things that do just have to be learned through experience rather than just through a video. I know this video is quite long and I hope I was able to give you as much value as possible, but there are things that just do take time. So in terms of setting expectations, how much money can you make? I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen people make a few $1,000s a month in just a couple of months of starting this up, but I've also seen people take much longer. Like myself, I made a few $100s in the first year of doing this, but now it's making thousands and thousands of dollars per month from this, okay? I hope this video was valuable to you in some way. If you want to support the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the helpful resources in the description. I want to get you set up with this and help you create your affiliate marketing business in an automated way. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it valuable and I'll see everybody sometime in a future video.